everybody. I am your group leader, and in our last pre-group session, we talked about we're going to be meeting we're going to meet for 14 weeks in this very room, once a week for an hour. So at this time, which is right now 3 o'clock, so at 3 o'clock, we know we're going to be in here every Thursday. All right, so now I just want everyone to go around and introduce themselves and why they're in this stress group, and we'll start with you.
Okay, so I'm Chesney. I'm very stressed about school, and I just hope to not let school stress me so much and go crazy. Okay, I'm Brianna, and I just have a lot going on with like school and work, and God was saying like social life. And yeah.
I'm Sarah, and I can relate a lot to Brianna. I think college is stressful enough, and then you have all the roles of, working, family, friends on top of, your full workload of classes.
My name is Brianna, and I think I'm just trying to balance the stresses of being married and being a mom and a student. My name is Sybil, and stress that I have to deal with at school comes by my dad and I's relationship. We don't get along in school.
Okay. So I also want you guys to think of we're going to have a group goal as well as individual goals throughout this. So by the end of the session, we'll stop about halfway through the session and we'll evaluate how well we're meeting our goals if we're even meeting them at all. So would you like to start with an individual goal, Sybil?
My goal would be like helping improve my relationship with my dad so it don't make school and work and everything else stressful for me because I don't feel like I'm doing enough to make him proud of me in school and it makes it harder. So I just want to improve that.
So you want to
Manage stress.
overcome your all's relationships and maybe school will be a stressful.
I think just learning better stress management in my life and like how I can balance like home and school and just everything I have going on.
Okay, so spend some time at home to be able to do schoolwork. Okay.
I think also just better coping mechanisms and stress management techniques. I think that would be really helpful. So that's my personal goal.
Okay.
I would say like not letting stress like overwhelm me because then I just don't get the work done that needs to be done. So
like not let stress overwhelm you
Yeah.
as much.
And then managing it and like my personal goal would be to not let school stress me out as much and be able to handle all the assignments and the projects better.
Okay. Alright, so that's everybody's individual goal. So now we're going to set up a group goal. So what do you guys think a good group goal would be?
Maybe combining, better techniques and coping mechanisms, and that in turn will help us be able to be calmer and accomplish what we need to, and then incorporate the relationship piece into.
Does everybody think about that?
I think that would be good.
So anything they would like to add to the group goal?
I think that pretty much covers everybody's issue and we can work towards that to better ourselves.
So now our group goals, we want to make sure they're specific and manageable. And we also want to make sure like we can measure, because I said in the halfway through, we're going to evaluate ours. So does everyone think that's like a manageable goal and it's specific enough that we can measure it about the 7th week of our sessions?
So about halfway through now?
And we're going to measure like each individual's how well you feel that you are meeting your goals. So we'll do maybe a small survey of everybody that's confidential and no one else will see it unless we want to share them, and to see how everyone's doing handling their stress and meeting their goals.
I think that would be good.
So what are some ways that we probably maybe could meet our goals?
I don't know how to deal with stress, so I don't know. Honestly, it's just kind of overwhelming right now. So.
Okay, do you think maybe there's a specific thing that we could start with that might make, maybe like, the stress can be a big thing, like, everything can be like stressful, I think there's one thing that you can work on to kind of break the stress down.
For me, it'd be schoolwork, I think, is the biggest stressor. So, maybe like,
making a schedule to balance everything.
So everyone feels like schoolwork's a pretty stressful thing, so it's not just for you.
And I think, adding to what she said, with making a schedule, I think just better time management. I think oftentimes we say, oh, we don't have enough time to do this or that, but I've learned from being a mother and a student that you have to prioritize your time. I think we all have more time than we often acknowledge sometimes.
So is anybody else here, do you guys have like open with your husband or child?
what? No.
Okay, so maybe like you don't have a child, but you guys each, I know siblings, you said that you were with a relationship with your dad. So maybe like, it's not the exact same relationship, but you agree as in common, like, you have those close relationships you want to work on, because you're trying to balance your family and school. So then it could be a good relationship for you guys to make, is try to, like, depend on each other for maybe, it may not advice, but kind of like, oh, well, here's how I'm handling it, so maybe this will work for you and your dad, or.
I'm willing to do that if she agrees with it.
Yeah, I think that would be good to have that mutual support there.
Tiffany, do you have anything you'd like to add to the group today?
The only relationship I have problems with right now is with my teachers. They really stress me out. Just because I think it's a big communication gap. Just being able to understand what they're telling me and me being able to do my assignments calmly. And,
Brianna, I noticed that when she first started saying that you looked like you really understood what she was, like where she was coming from, so you got a problem for you as well?
Yeah, I think that communication is an issue too with the professors for sure.
So maybe like trying to work on maybe communication, like what's happening, like is it what's coming up, or your grades in class?
Maybe like the expectations and then the demand that's put on us, I think is a little bit high for like the amount of time that we can give to schoolwork.
Yeah, some of people agreeing with you. So like their expectation maybe be set too high for what you feel like that you can give to them. I'm sure that adds them a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Trying to not only do the assignment, but meet their goals that might not be so specific for you. Sarah, what would you specifically like to work on?
Well, adding on to what Tracy and Brianna said, I think that we don't always have enough clarity on our assignments and what is expected of us. And I know that probably can cause a lot, more frustration for us. We're already struggling with balancing all this stuff and having time for homework, and then we don't even know how to do this or what to expect, from it, because they didn't, explain that clearly.
So it seems like college is a lot more stressful than high school was. Like your teachers are depending on you more than just, oh well, here's step-by-step directions on how to do things. That might be a good thing to work on. Okay, and your relationship with your dad, do you think that it's because of you're stressed out about school, so maybe you take it, not take it out on him, but that hinders your communication with him?
Yeah, he just really don't understand me and what I've done during in school and stuff. And we just start arguing with each other because he don't want to listen to me, and so we understand and see where I'm coming from, and he just really pushes me. But then when I'm in school, I just don't feel like what I'm doing is good enough, and so it makes my classes and everything more stressful and harder to focus on.
Yes, another common thing is communication with the teachers, communication with family members that may not fully understand. Excuse me. So maybe another good thing is like maybe practice on our communication throughout the group, communicating with each other, and maybe work on communication outside of the group with the teachers and the professors, the husband or your dad, mom, your other family members that you're having to like interact with throughout your college experience. Okay. Does anybody else have any communication issues within their parents?
I don't think that there's issues. I think it's just hard to find time to communicate with them and to spend an adequate amount of time with your family and also with your friends and then for yourself. And I think that's just really hard to balance when you're in college.
Yeah, that seems like another big theme here is like the balancing. You're not just a student. You're a family member, you're a sister, you're a daughter, you're a mom, and it's hard to balance with school and like devoting time to that and as well as devoting time to your family. Hey, Brianna, with your family, is it hard to devote time?
Well, when I'm not at school, I'm with my daughter, so I'm a stay-at-home mother. My husband, he works night shift. He does mechanical engineering, but I think too is that where he's on night shift, and like even though I don't work, I feel like it's like just being able to, in order to see him, I stay up late, so late till he gets home. But then like when we have the weekends off, I find myself like, like I don't want to. I wait till Monday to do my homework instead of the weekend because I want to spend time with them and my family. And so that's kind of like stressful sometimes. So it's just trying to decide which to do.
So just putting things off makes it a little bit more stressful. Then you feel stressed if you don't get to spend that time.
And I think, just struggling with procrastination and, just pushing that off, and then I get stressed at it increases my stress like at the last minute.
And so for next session, I would like everyone to just kind of keep a small journal about the way you guys handle your stress. So like I know it's going to be the weekend soon, so maybe how do you handle that stress on Monday? Or if you see your dad over the weekend, how do you handle or the stress you feel whenever you're trying to make him proud, or the stress you feel with dealing with the professors and getting your work done and understanding it. And then we'll be talking about that for the next session. We'll meet back here next week at 4 o'clock. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.